Hey viewers, I have this old 70s Schwinn Continental here that I got. And when I got it, the handlebar tape on the one side was torn and falling off, so I took it all off. But the handlebar tape on the other side is in good condition, and this looks like it's the original factory wrap. So I'm going to rewrap the handlebars, but what I thought I'd do is, because I know there's a lot of people out there that like Schwinns and restore them, that what I do is I take this handlebar tape off, figure out exactly how it's wrapped, and then I'd rewrap it using similar tape, using a factory pattern. So I figure somebody out there might be able to use a video showing how to wrap Schwinn handlebars factory style. Now, something to notice, as opposed to modern tapes which are wrapped from the end of the bar in, these old plastic tapes and cloth tapes were often wrapped from the inside out, and that's how this is. So it's wrapped from the inside out here. Okay, I'll remove this little end cap here. And the end of the tape here, looks like there's maybe about 3-4 inches just shoved into the end of the handlebar there. And then I'll unwrap it here. And so like when I go to rewrap it, it's going to be wrapping around this way. So I'll unwrap it this way. And then you can also see the overlap pattern here. It looks like they overlap it maybe about a third, just a third of the tape there. Okay, now wrapping around the brake lever, that's actually the trickiest part. So let's find out how this is wrapped here. So kind of going, okay, here. So it's coming up here. Looks like there's like a little X pattern kind of back behind here. Down here. And then continue unwrapping it all up here. So when it's wrapped, it'd be wrapping around forward on the handlebar here. And then get to the middle here, and we'll see how this is wrapped. So it looks like about one complete or 1.5 complete wraps around, and then it starts going off to the side. Here's what the tape looks like close up. It's got small little triangle diamond patterns on it. It's about 2 centimeters wide, and in this case it matched the color of the bike, and I believe that was fairly typical on Schwinn's. So if you want to try to match the original tape, that's what it looks like. Now I have some tape here. It's a darker blue, but it's otherwise fairly similar. It's a slightly different pattern on there, but this should work. So I'm going to wrap the handlebars with this. Start off here. You can see the line where the original tape was. So I'm going to start there and wrap it kind of going forward. And I'm going to overlap it. I'm going to pull this tight because I want it tight, overlapping it tight there. The original tape was wrapped very tightly, even stretched in a lot of places. So I'm going to pull this as tight as I can here. Well, not as tight as I can, but fairly tight. And then probably overlap it 1.5 times before I'll start moving over to the outside here. And I'm going to be pulling the tape fairly tight, and then I'm going to start moving over. And I want to start overlapping by about a third here. And pulling it tight all the way. Try to be consistent in your tension and your overlap. The more consistent you are, the better the tape is going to look when you're done. Now when you get to the curve here, you're going to need to overlap it more to the inside than to the outside. So you want to try to still be consistent on the outside of the curve, overlapping it as a third there, but you have to overlap it more to the inside. But still try to keep nice good tension on the tape. Okay, so now I'm getting down here near the brake lever, and I'm getting to the tricky part here. And so I want to make sure that I get a nice overlap here along the top here. So I might have to adjust my spacing up here a little bit just to make sure that I do that. And so I get down here And I want to make sure that I'm pulling the tape tight because I want it to conform with all the curves of the handlebars and the brake lever and everything like that. So I'm going to very carefully kind of go over the top of it here like this and try to make sure that the tape is all flat out there like that, so it's not kind of curled under itself. And so like this. So now I'm going to start my X here. So I kind of go over the top here like this. Now I'm going to go back behind the brake lever and go down diagonally across there and pull it tight. And I'm going to go underneath the brake lever here and get it nice, again, nice and tight, so I want it to conform with the curves there. So I'm going to go form another X over the back here, but now going up diagonally. And I'm going to go back over the top of the brake lever and keep everything nice and tight here. And then I'm going to go back down diagonally behind the brake lever one more time. Lots of tension on the tape here. And so now at this point, go down and go around and continue wrapping down here. Try to make sure you get nice good overlap here, so you don't leave any bare space behind the brake lever here. And then I'm continue wrapping down the drop here with my 1/3 overlaps. Again, making sure I get good overlap, especially on the outside of this curve here. The trickiest part of this is trying to keep the tape, because the roll keeps getting all twisted around as I'm going around the bar. And if you don't get enough overlap, you can always feel free to back up a little bit and then redo part of it. Okay, I'm right towards the very end here. And so I want to overlap that. I want to make sure that I have tape completely overlapping the end of the bar here. And so now I'm going to use some scissors and I'm going to cut off about 3 to 4 inches here. And then I want to kind of just keep the tape tight around here. But then what I'll do is I'll take the end of the tape, I'm going to shove it into the handlebar here and kind of push all the tape kind of around the bar there into the bar, into the end of the handlebar, like that. And then I'm going to take the bar end. This is the same bar end that came out of this. I could have used the plastic one that came with this tape, but I'm going to use the original one that came with the bike. And work this in here, trying to get it, because you want it to push in all the tape there. And then get it pushed in like that. Well, I went ahead and wrapped the other side the exact same way as I did this side, and I'm all done. I think it looks pretty good. Anyway, if you found this video useful or interesting, please give my video a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. If you're not subscribed to my channel, click the big subscribe button and you'll see new videos that come out with them. I'm always coming out with new videos on bikes and various other stuff. I have a Facebook page, RJ the Bike Guy. Go over there, like that page. I post a lot of stuff over there. And I have a webpage, rjthebikeguy.com. Go over there, check that out. I have my videos all categorized. I have forums where you can ask repair questions. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.